Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Entropia Universe here on Whelp Squad TV. Today we're not going to go quite as heavy as the hunting, because that hunt yesterday actually took its toll on the ped card. It was not that great of a turnout. Had a lot of fun, though. It was a lot of fun hunting all those big mobs yesterday, especially hunting the levies with barter. That was a lot of fun. Boy, there's a couple big guys still mixed in here, but that's okay. It looks like it's mostly the little ones. And it looks like a lot of the littler ones more up front. I think this is where we want to stay. So let's see what we got here. Well, I guess we don't have to take the amp off of it. Hey. I took all the enhancers off the Firefly, so now we're just hunting with the blade and the amp. Man, they make ugly noises, don't they? Just getting some tunes ready for myself. There we go. Sure looks like I could just hunt Maffoids using a combustive chip, doesn't it? That would be a lot of... Want to buy 2,000 ped shrapnel. Well, wish I had some shrapnel to sell you, bud. I will at the end of this hunt. I'm just tagging, so maybe I should have a smaller chip set up. I should do 2 at once like this. It's like pretty much everybody's over at the bigger Maffoids, but at least I can kill a lot of these guys. Hopefully get a better average loot at least, because that's what we're going for. I'm trying not to lose as many peds as I did yesterday, because we were only killing, we weren't killing a ton of mobs of each kind yesterday, so our average is not that good. I'm thinking about hunting Primordial Longu with that combustive attack chip. I think I could do it. I think I'd have enough DPS. This thing with the tier enhancers on it, it comes up to it just comes to 160 max attack. So I think that would be just enough to hunt the little Primordial Longus, not the bigger ones, but I'm happy I went with the combustive chips for that. Tiering them takes a little bit longer, but every tier is kind of worth more than some of the smaller chips, because I mean, like, if you look at that, the damage on this thing, even just with that, so it's 96, I think it's around 96 damage, base damage for the top end on this chip, and that's not bad for tiering. I mean, you put a tier enhancer on that, that's more damage per tier enhancer than it is for my Firefly. And that, I mean, as far as high-end damage, of course my Firefly is much, much quicker. But, Yeah, it's more eco than some of the other chips to enhance, like some of the really fast ones. Because it's only got 21 attacks, I think it was. 21 attacks. Something like that. 22 attacks. So that's why I like tiering the combustive chips. How much are we getting for each one of these? We got 20.8 right now. Oh, geez, we're only getting 0.5. We need to kill, really? We need to kill that many of these things to get the next rank of that? That's crazy. Well, we'll see how many we can kill tonight. Looks like I don't have to be this far away. Hey, Imbalus, 3DD, how's it going, guys? Right now it's going okay. Last night's hunt, guys, that really took most of my peds away. I started with like 800 ped on me yesterday. I think I ended with only 400, so that wasn't great ped wise. It was a lot of fun though. Had fun with everybody last night. It was a really good time. But now I'm kind of down to like smaller mid-range mobs right now. I figured I'd stay with the Maffoid since they got the event going right now, but at least I can kill a bunch of them, a bunch of the tiny ones, you know, and get a better average going. Have a better chance of looting something decent. I'm using one of my smaller combustive chips just as a tagger. Lost a lot of Maffoid today, too. Yeah. They're saving up for, like, a couple really big hits. Dude, first day the Maffoids came out, the peds were just flowing everywhere. It was just wall-to-wall ped making is what it was. But ever since then, not doing too good. Sorry about that. I got music going on another computer. I have a laptop set up next to me, so I got like the chat. I have the Twitch chat there, and then I also have a Kindle Fire right here. That's like my quick chat thing. But I've had problems with the Kindle to where like I've had an entire stream, like 3 hours, where like I haven't had anybody talk, and I would have like 20 viewers or something. I'd be like, okay, somebody's got to be talking. Then I would check like my stream page afterwards, like after the stream, and there would be like a dozen people that tried to talk to me, and it was just the Kindle that wasn't working right. So I always have a laptop set up next to me. You want to finish the Ambu Codex? Hey, you've got time to finish the Ambu Codex once the Maffoid event's over. I gotta tell you right now that this is the densest spawn of Maffoids that there is going right now, because there isn't really any great spots to hunt Maffoids in mass. Like, if I had like 1,000 ped to just want to cycle on a mob, I would definitely come here just and cycle these guys all day. I would put all the damage enhancers back on my Firefly, and I would just wade into them and cut through them. Just kill as many of these little ones as I could. Okay, no problem, bud. So you're totally out of peds until next Wednesday? Gotcha. I've been there. Go to Sisyphus Fort? Why? What's that Sisyphus Fort? Fort? Is it camp or is it Fort Sisyphus? I'm trying to get 2 of them at a time here. What size Maffoids are there? Because I was at Jason Center. Jason Center was where I was killing the big ones. I know they're supposed to have, like, all the little outrunners somewhere, too, right? They're supposed to have the ones that they only got, like, 40 HP or something. Oh, guys, I was totally stoked. I checked my Firefly, earlier today, and I think it happened today because I tried a couple of the bigger Maffoids again a little earlier, and I was losing on them pretty bad. But my Firefly did tick over to 8.01, so at least we got even that much progress towards the next level. Let's get 3 of them going here. Should probably just keep it to 2 so I don't take as much armor decay. But these guys, they really don't decay armor that bad. Sorry, I am busy. I think there's 2 pieces of the armor set that I'm wearing right now that are only tier 2. I'd love to be able to get those up to tier 3, like the rest of the set. Jarhead's a really nice set of armor. How much are you cycling per kill approximately? You know what? Let me write it down. I'll kill 10 mobs and then we'll check the before and after. That's the best way I can think to do it. Nope, not having to use any enhancers tonight. I have the ability to use a lot of enhancers, and we can kill the level 114 solo with this bad boy. But we just got the amp on there for right now, and it's doing A-okay. So we're just doing slightly more eco grinding tonight. Super big mobs, we're kind of over those right now until my ped card recovers. All right, I think everybody counting with me here. This is 3 and 4, right? This is mobs number 3 and 4. If it's not, let me know, because I'm tired, so I'm not entirely there right now. I'm trying to be. This is number 5. Six. Nope, that's too big. We don't want that. We don't want a champion either. I can kill the champions, no problem with this setup, but... Six. Here's number 7. Oop. Oh, what a crit. It's pathetic. Which number was that? Was that 8 or 9? I got distracted. Alright, I know somebody was paying attention. All right, Himbalest, let's see. The answer should be about 4 pet a mob. Just because of their HP. They don't have a ton of HP, so you should be spending about 4 pet a mob. It's actually, it should come out to less, a little bit less than Ambulamax, because I think Ambulamax have over 1,000 HP. And these Maffoids I'm hunting got between 700 and 1,000, I think. Hang on. It's like 29 ped. Yeah. That came out to like 3.7 ped a mob. Somewhere around there. So it's actually less per kill on these guys. Imbalist. Yeah, it's probably, but yeah, 5 pet per kill on Ambu sounds about right. I wonder if we can finish rank 7 on Maffoid tonight. We gotta have to go to the repair terminal and get this blade repaired, and I intend to keep doing that until I don't have many peds left. Because I'm hoping all it takes is one good one. I mean, these Maffoid champions, they're normally, you know, one of the larger size Maffoids that's out there, as compared to the event ones, which are huge. They can hit for a few hundred ped, definitely. I mean, they probably have. I haven't checked the Hoff board. I'm sure there's a couple up there. Swine Deluxe. It's not unlimited, is it? I gotta tell you, man, eco enhancers, I don't think they're worth it. I seriously don't think eco enhancers are worth it. I guess to me, the concept of spending money to try and save money doesn't make any sense. Especially since Loot 2.0. I mean, back in the day, maybe it was kind of worth it, depending on what your setup was, especially for larger weapons. But I honestly don't think it is these days. I think it's basically an obsolete item. Oh, are you talking about that rifle, that unlimited rifle that's on auction or something? That has an absolutely horrid efficiency? Alright, you guys want to see one big one mixed in here? We gotta give you guys a little bit of action. I think we can kill a 47 easy with just this setup. Well, not easy, especially if he keeps evading. He's going down. Right, and if its recommended level is 0, it means its recommended level is 100. That's what that means, bud. Your hit ratio won't be max on it until level 100. Yeah, it still gives you the same... Seriously, dude? I think you can get your own. Yeah, dude, don't go for any non-sib weapons like that. I think we're a little bit done with this dude. I apologize if you're watching, but not cool. These aren't that big. I'm hoping we start seeing a little bit of action here. Now, if you wanted my suggestion, Himbalest, I would strongly suggest getting into melee, because melee is definitely the way of the future. Because now, obviously, since we got melee amps, and now that we have these M matrices, getting that lifesteal, man, it's such a huge thing to have lifesteal on bigger mobs. $3 amp right now was way low on Ped when Wet broke. Gotcha. My buddy's got a pretty nice shop that's got a lot of the R-Matrix series weapons in it. So you may want to check out the Medusa Teleporter Shop, Floor 1, Shop 3, Mix Shop. Mix Shop has got a bunch of nice items, and he generally tries to keep everything under auction price. 31 BLP sniper hit, 28 range BLP damage. Oh, geez, so you're not even maxed on the BC 25 then, right? So, Himbalest, would you say that you are, like, in a massive skilling phase right now? Is that, like, your main thing in-game at the moment, is just skilling? Is that what you're trying to accomplish? There's a little guard mixed in there. Look, he's so cute. If you want to experience skilling like you've never skilled before, like honestly, possibly the spot in the game where you can get the highest amount of skill gain per hour, no matter what. As long as you have the setup to do it. You have the necessary DPS to pull it off. There's a place with a whole bunch of mollusk south of the Megavolt teleporter. South of the Megavolt, up a very large hill, and just over the crest to the other side, there is a spawn of mollusk there that is so dense, it is all red. There basically isn't any separate pieces of red. It's basically just like a giant wave of red. So basically, you just go into the center of that and you go nuts. And, I have killed the maximum amount of I killed there of mollusk with the Bycac Blix. So before I went to this Firefly, I was using a tier 7 Bycac Blix, fully enhanced with the same amp. It was giving me, with a reload pill, about 88 DPS. And I was killing 770 an hour. 770 mollusk an hour. That's how many I was killing. And the most I killed was like 790 or something. I think that was the high amount. But you can kill an extremely high number of mollusk there without using enhancers and having to do that type of stuff. But you will notice an insane amount of skill gains. What do you need armor-wise? Ghost and 5Bs. Ghost and 5B should be just enough. I'm using Jarhead and 5Bs, and I literally was taking, unless you get a crit, obviously, which you can't control, I was taking 0 damage pretty much all the time. Basically, what I try and do, like, when I'm really skilling, I try and figure out what is the best mob that I can kill per ped? Like, what's the most skill gain I can get per ped? And the answer to that question is actually, like, Merp. Merps are great. Young Merps are fantastic. Oros on Arcadia are great. Even high-level Oros on Arcadia have a fantastic level to HP ratio. What you're looking for is level to HP ratio. Mollusk across the board have a decent level to HP ratio, and they also have the most dense spawn I've ever seen. So that's why I choose mollusk as one of the big mobs that I would hunt in mass. But yeah, I was hunting there when I was using like a Leoi shock dagger, I think was the one I was using when I started hunting mollusk. Did he move back here? Whoops. Oh, that's somebody else. Okay. Yeah, the 47's definitely doable like this, but they would just be cut up in seconds if I had the enhancers on this thing. What level are the mollusk? The mollusk are from level 7 or 8 up into 19. I think they go up to 19. It's a big diverse spawn of the sizes. So that's why you gotta definitely have a little bit of armor, because those 19s, the level 19s, they can hit for a lot of damage. Which is actually, so the reason why merps have a decent HP to level ratio is because they hit like trucks. Not merp, sorry, mollusk. Mollusks hit like trucks for their size. They're just these little things, you know, and some of the bigger mollusks hit over 100 points of damage. Ghost in 5B, yeah, if you got it, man, you're set and ready to go. And I'm telling you, you're not going to find better skills as far as a mass grinding spot. It's really quite fantastic. Because like things like Oros and stuff, like the higher level Oros, they're a great mob. The only problem that I have with Arcadia, I love Arcadia. It's like, it is definitely my favorite planet scenery-wise, and I like actually the mob diversity there even better than Calypso. It's the spawn size. Arcadian spawns are so weak. There's just never, ever enough mobs. People are always scrounging, trying to find enough mobs to go around. That's generally how Arc spawns are for the more popular mobs, and I don't like that. And it's especially hard for melee. I mean, when you have a low density spawn, you have to run between all the mobs for melee. It gets tiresome. You have Pixie right this minute with 5Bs. You're definitely gonna have to wait then, because they're gonna kill you. Definitely gonna have to watch it then. You don't necessarily need Ghost, but I mean, Ghost, the markup on Ghost isn't that high. I know it has a high TT value, but if you had something like Shogun, maybe if you had like a set of Shogun armor or something like that, you'd probably be okay with Shogun and 5Bs. I just realized that without that enhancer on, I'm not even... I forgot it wasn't... I need to put that on just to get the max damage out of this thing. Luckily, it was only like 1 point of damage. I can't wait until I'm 100% max on that. I don't have to worry about it anymore. How close am I? I have to be really close if it was like less than a point of damage. Yeah, it's getting pretty close. Himbalist, I think before you go, like, investing in, like, an unlimited weapon, I would definitely upgrade your armor before you upgrade anything. That should be your next step, definitely. Were you the one that was thinking about upgrading your healing device, too? Upgrading to a new FAP or something? I can't remember who that was yesterday. Pixie is higher impact than Shogun. It's the 10 cut and 10 stab, though, that make a difference, too. You can try it, man. I'm just saying you're probably going to take hits up to 30 points of damage. Like with Jarhead and 5Bs, I take 0 points of damage, unless a level 22 comes along, I think. Level 22s can hit me. 26s, too. You'll occasionally have a 26, but it's only like 1 out of 1,000 mobs there. Yeah, so... I would say top of the list for you right now. Different set of armor. And then after that, get a new FAP. You can get away with using L weapons for a long time. See, here's the thing about the wiki. Mobs have changed over the years, and things don't always get updated, so it may not necessarily be just 2 stats. It may just be impact and cut, but... What does adjusted Pixie have? It's got 4 cut protection, right? So if you have something that's 4 cut protection and 11 impact, which is why I think adjusted Pixie is, Shogun is your better choice because Shogun has 10 impact and 10 cut, which is total 20 protection over 15. And you're not just hunting one mob with it, you have a bigger variety. So like with Shogun, I mean, Shogun and 5Bs, you're hunting some decent size Aatrox with that without taking any damage. Is it 8 cut? I don't remember that armor having that high of stats. Sir, stop grinding on me. That's not fun. Well, if you can get the ped to do it, then go straight up to Ghost then. Because Ghost is just an overall better armor no matter what. Some Never Die Dragon Plate Mark II in storage. I would not waste those plates. Wouldn't waste those plates on Mollusk. It's always good to save limited plates like that for special mobs. Loot's getting better here now, guys. I just had a couple... I gotta go repair right after this. Ugh. I'm still losing. Still losing pretty good. Alright, I hope the next round is going to end up being better. Hey, you're gonna have to find a new spot, Rose. How's it going? I'm not leaving. I'm going back to repair. Because the repair is right here. I would have used the portable repair terminal, but I was only 100 yards away. How's this Maffoid event treating you? Come on. Come on. Come on. Ah. There it is. Alright, that gives me a decent amount. What was that, like 290 ped? Alright, cool. Good days and bad nights of missions, so doing well. That's good. I started out doing really good. There we go. Yeah, I started out day one, I was up about 200 ped. Then yesterday I lost 400, and now I'm down another 100 today so far at least. We'll see how it goes by the end of the day. All it takes is one really good loot. Yeah, loot got pretty bad yesterday. I was jumping around doing all sorts of mobs. I killed a couple Maffoid stalkers. I was killing some with a level 114 Maffoid solo. And killing some really big stuff, and I was getting trash loot. I hunted Leviathan with a friend, and we didn't get really anything great off of that. It was just an overall trash day for loot, but it was a lot of fun though. Had a lot of nice folks stop by and stream too, so that was good. Oh wait, you aren't near August. So I can get a full set of Ghost. No. Most needs repair, so call it more like... Dude, a set of Ghost is probably going to run you like 500 ped full TT, I think. Because Ghost has a pretty high TT value. Something like that. Figure around like 500 ped-ish, I think. And it depends if you get the foot guards. I mean, the foot guards are like TT plus 250 alone, aren't they? Something like that. So the best thing is to get like Nemesis foot guards, because Nemesis foot guards are much cheaper. Yeah, it's not the markup. The markup of Ghost Armor is basically nothing except for the foot guards. The set itself is really pretty inexpensive. It's the TT value. You just gotta have the peds for the TT value. Ghost is always a classic set. I loved it when I had it. But now that I got my Jarhead, I'm never going back. I love my Jarhead. That, and it's the only set in game that looks like this. There's only one cooler looking set of Jarhead in the entire game, and my buddy Cerberus has it. His is done entirely in Ostalok texture, and it is freaking beautiful. I don't know where he is. Is he on? This guy right here, this gentleman right here has got the coolest looking set of Jarhead armor. It's the other Serb. There's a couple of Serbs in game. He's a nice guy. He's a super nice guy. Oh, was he feeling sick? Oh, it's a shame. I'm sure if he was feeling better, he'd be streaming this like crazy. Maybe he is streaming. I didn't check to see if he was online. 220% skill increase. Woo! Well, come here, boys. Come here so I can cut you up. I need the skills. I need to cut you to bits so I can get skills. Oh no. Rose, you are terrible. You are a terrible person. Hey, hey. I'm tempted to pop a loot pill. Not a loot pill, an XP pill now that I got that, and then just go absolutely nuts with skilling. What time is this? 9:07? Let's do it. Hey, hey. Stop it. I'm going to log into it. Yeah, go get some grinding done. Who knows how long this event's going to be going on. I like these events. I like when they pick a random mob and just throw them at you in mass. Most of it, there's like 10 to 20, so I have to repair. Wasn't paying attention percent. I have had Ghost for 11 years and haven't repaired it yet. I guess I should. Oh my god! Wait. You haven't repaired your Ghost yet? Are you telling me that it's like, it's just not protecting for anything right now, basically? Using limited armor because I don't have to worry about being reduced bonuses. I hear you, but I do like having armor that I'm able to tier. So this is the stats of the armor I'm using with 5Bs, so it's pretty nice. And the nice thing is the defense enhancers, they're not that expensive. Oh, you only repair the plates? Gotcha. I just want one of these things to pop. I just need one. Doesn't need to be big, just to be like 50 ped just to keep me going. Apparently I'm popular tonight. Let's shut that phone off, because that's the third time, I think. I'm gaming right now, people. Can't talk on the phone. Yeah, I just gotta stay out. I gotta have the peds last long enough in order to get a decent drop. There are two people in the world, people who see gas gauge light and put gas in, or people who run it till it is beyond. You should just buy Mayhem armor? Yeah, I mean, what's $4,000 for a virtual armor set in a video game? Not a big deal. Now, Hijacker's got Shadow, and that shit's really good. Hijacker's crazy. I know, isn't Jarhead the best? You can color it anything you want. Yeah, oh god, I've known Hijacker like 8.5 years now. I think. Something like that. I've done over 400 beacon missions with that man. When they first reintroduced beacons, it was me and him just grinding all the lower level beacons and looting mace after mace. It was fun as hell. He's done more beacon missions than anybody in-game by, I think, about 3 times. Last time I checked, I don't know how many he's done since then, but he was over 1,300 beacons completed last time I talked to him. That's a lot. Yeah, dude, you gotta buy Jarhead in full sets. There was a tier 4 set of Jarhead that you missed on Planet Calypso forum. Somebody was selling a tier 4 set of Jarhead for TT plus 1,400, and I thought that was a pretty good deal. Tell him to stop that, I want one. Hey, he's the Beacon King. You know, it's hard to tell that man anything when it comes to beacons. He wrote the damn guide for it. I had my supremacy on. Hijacker said, what the fuck do you think armor is for? He is an HP nut. What's he up to now? 330? Something like that. Yeah, he's super nice. He'd play this game all the time, but his 2 little ones that he's got now are keeping him busy. Oh, that's crazy how much things change. You know, like when you know somebody that long and stuff from a video game, it's crazy just over the years. I mean, I was buddies when he was still just I think it was when he was still just dating his now wife, and now they got 2 kids. It's crazy. Damn it, loot's still not looking good. He's been on since, I think, 2006. I think 2006 is when he started. So, because, like, I started in, I first started playing this game in the middle of 2010. I played for, like, 3.5 years or something like that, and then I quit. I totally quit. I left the game. Oh, whoops, that was my bad. Shouldn't have done that. I quit, and then I sold all my skills, all my items and stuff, and I'd actually, at that point, profited in the game, and I withdrew everything I had, and I paid for 3 semesters of school books for college, and I knew I needed more time to focus on college, so I basically quit most of my MMO gaming at that point, and I ended up keeping my grades up pretty good, got my master's degree in history, and then, I guess it was towards the end of that is when I decided to come back, because I left during my undergrad. And then I started over totally. I completely started over at that point. New avatar, had to skill from scratch again, and that was a pain in the ass. But I don't know. I did the right thing in leaving for a while. I knew I needed to give myself more time. This game was taking up too much of my life. I remember there was one day during the summer, I literally woke up, I rolled out of bed, went into my computer chair. I think I ate like one meal the entire day, and then I just sat there and I was like, I've been on my computer for 17 hours today. This is not good. And I was like, okay, I gotta restructure what I'm doing. But, yeah, I'm happy that I came back. Yeah, 17 hours is bad. That was kind of like a wake-up call for me. But now I'm higher level now than I ever was before, so I'm happy. I'm at 159 HP, I think, now, since I've been using blades. I've gained quite a bit of HP. I've got some good, some good solid gear back. So I'm almost, I only have the one weapon skill mod enhancer on this guy right here. And I'm getting close to being totally maxed on it. I was looking at money I spent total of years. 4 after 11 years. It's nuts. Before I left, like when I was leaving, I left myself like a certain amount of money in game just to kind of have like one last hurrah with in case I never came back. And it was on Rocktropia, I think it was. I had never in my entire time in 3.5 years had a solo Hoff, and I finally had my first solo Hoff on Rocktropia. And that was one of the coolest things ever. But it was only like 150 ped, something like that. And then I get like all the stuff that I had left because I was, expecting to lose my peds pretty quickly with the level of hunting I was doing. But I kept making it back, and it was like there was like a few weeks where I was just hunting whatever I wanted, and I made all my money back all the time. So at the end, I gave all of the peds I had left and the guns and stuff to one of my close friends and let them have some good fun. All right, Mr. Level 47. I've had some okay luck. I've had some decent luck. It was 3 years, so it's like maybe like a year into being back or something like that during migration. I had the biggest loot I've ever had, and it was a 1670 ped Hoff on a long tooth mature, and that was one of the coolest things ever. Probably it was like the coolest Entropium moment. That was just an awesome loot. And then this past year, I had like 4 or 5. I think I had 4 Hoffs this past year. I had a 670 pedder on a Trace Garon, which was really cool. I had 2 400 or like 380 pedders on Awikos, and then I had a 440 pedder on Araniatrox, I think, something like that. Oh, and I looted a Neopson improved implant on Oraniatrox, so that was worth 600 ped. I majored in history. I actually got my master's degree in history, and I am not using that degree. But I could, though. I was actually taking public history, so it was like basically learning how to convey history to the public in a manner for like education and stuff, for like museum exhibits, learning how to create museum exhibits and things like that. And for my master's thesis, instead of having to write like a full thesis, which I basically did anyways, I basically just had to put together a full museum exhibit on a subject. And I chose doing research on World War II combat pilots, and basically looking into the concept of modern chivalry and to whether or not that concept could still be applied to World War II air combatants and stuff like that. And it was a really, really great experience because I love all that history. I've always loved the history of flight. So I took a look at 4 different pilots, 2 British pilots, 1 German pilot, and 1 American pilot, and found out a lot of neat stuff, actually. It was fun. I didn't want to do a boring political subject for my thesis. Who the fuck wants to do that? I didn't want to do something that my professors were throwing at me. I was like, no, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to do something that's actually kind of neat that people will get a kick out of. My professors initially didn't want me to do it because they didn't think anybody cared about pilots and anybody cared about like World War II aircraft. And I was like, you know, we do have air shows every year, right? Air shows are a thing. And so basically I had to prove to them that it was a worthwhile subject to look into in the concept of chivalry and air combat in World War II. And once I proved that, I ended up doing, it was like 40 pages of source material that I ended up writing, and put together a huge display in the library. It was kind of cool. Oh, yep. Watch the Marine combat. Yeah, I love World War II history. I love learning about it. That should be a decent skill reward for that one. Yeah, and I mean, like, it was such a cool thing that I found out, because I knew I had the subjects that I picked as far as the people that I researched. They were really neat people. I picked Robert Stanford Tuck of the Royal Air Force and Douglas Bader, also of the RAF, and then I picked James Goodson of the Army Air Corps, because at that point the Air Force hadn't officially been created, and it wasn't until 47, I think 47 or 48. And then I chose Adolf Galland, who was the head of the Luftwaffe for Germany. And I looked at the pilots and basically how they conducted themselves in combat and out during the war, and also after the war, how they basically interacted with each other. And Adolf Galland became friends with all 3 of those people, became best friends with Robert Stanford Tuck, you know, a British man, and I think Robert Stanford Tuck had Galland become the godfather of his child. So, I mean, that's respect. That's absolute respect for somebody on the opposing, you know, who was on the opposing side of you during the largest conflict ever. Have you watched Airmen of Tuskegee? Have you watched the Airmen of Tuskegee? No, I did see the movie Red Tails though. It wasn't a very good story, but I like the acting was okay, and I like the special effects are pretty decent. But no, I know about the Tuskegee Airmen. They had one of the guys at the Super Bowl, actually. They had one of the Tuskegee Airmen at the Super Bowl accepting an award, I think. Okay. Ugh. How's everybody else in chat doing right now? Everybody having a pretty good night so far? I'm not taking much armor decay. That's awesome. It hasn't been absolute garbage, but it hasn't been fantastic yet either. Yesterday was really bad. I started yesterday with 800 peds. I ended the day with 400. And I think I'm down at least 150 today so far. Haven't had a global yet, but I guess I haven't cycled that many peds. Yeah. That's the risk you take with event mobs, though. You never know how loot's gonna be. But all it takes is one. All it takes is one super loot. I know, I hope they do pay for a HOF, and I'd love to have it on stream. I've only ever been able to, I think, get one HOF on stream. Like an actual, like, pet amount HOF. I got an item HOF on stream, too, at one point. But that was about it. I had the 440 ped HOF that I had on spiders. I was on stream during that. Maffoids were really good the first day that they showed up. I got a chunk out of a 600 ped HOF. I think it was like 150 ped I got. Then I got like 120 ped solo one. And then I split. There was a 250 ped global that I had with a buddy that we basically got the same amount for. So like there was some decent, like the first day I was up about 250. So really I was only down about, 150 after day 2, but now we're still heading south. But it's fun though. The mobs are fun. And like I said, I'm getting back enough to at least be able to do a second hunt. Because I already did one round on the the Firefly, and I should have just enough to be able to put a little bit more back on the blade and go out one more time. Cause I got a skill pill going. I gotta try and use that up. Now, if anybody's looking for Christmas boxes, if anybody's looking for some Christmas boxes and wanted to buy a whole bunch of them, then I wouldn't have a problem whatsoever with pets. But I wouldn't use my stream to try and fence any Christmas boxes. What type of person would do that? I'm selling them at 2.2 pet each. But anyways, yeah, loot could be better right now. I found that knives and swords take forever to level. Do you have any advice to Oh, absolutely. I've got the best advice that I can, because that's all I've been doing this past year, actually. I went from level 17 to level 37 this past year in knife fighter damage. That's like what I've been working towards. Find a very large group of mobs that have a favorable HP to level ratio. The biggest thing I can tell you for skilling anything, it doesn't matter if it's ranged or melee, you need to find a mob that has low HP to a high level. That's going to give you the highest amount of skill per ped spent. So like the Maffoids actually have a pretty decent HP to level ratio. They're not that bad. But you also need to find a dense spawn and take advantage of things like a reload pill and being able to tier a weapon up and then be able to kill as many as you can per hour. So that's the biggest thing, is find a mob that's got really good level to HP ratio, and then find a super dense spot and just sit in the middle of it. And the best, I've told several people already tonight, the best spot is there's a mollusk spot. Actually, there's a spot for mollusk that's south of the Megavolt teleporter, and it is all red. It's all red. There's you can't even see the different individual mobs. It's just all red. You go in between all of them. You can kill with the right equipment. I was killing with a Bycac Blix, tier 7, all damage enhancers with a melee trauma 6 amp. I was doing 88 DPS. I was killing 770 mollusk an hour. 770 mollusk per hour. That's how many I was killing. No joke. I've got it on film. I've got the streams cataloged. And that's a great spot. You want to farm some melee skill? Farm mollusk. Okay, so if I wanted to start using melee, what should I start with? Well, it depends. What you gravitate towards is the type of fighting style. Do you like faster attacks, or do you like slower attacks with a higher damage? You know what I mean? So it's you got your two main choices, which are swords and knives, and you have the largest selection of melee items for swords and knives. Those are your two biggest ones. Then your next one down from that is probably going to be clubs. There isn't a lot of low-level clubs. It's going to be hard to get your low-level club skill. Now, what's the good thing about clubs? Once you get into clubs and you can start using the higher-level ones, they're much cheaper, actually, than your higher-level swords and knives. And that's a big thing. You can have, this knife that I'm using right now, the club that would be equivalent to it is about half the price. The only reason why I wanted this knife is because I love this knife. It is so cool. I always wanted to have a Genesis weapon, so that's the reason why I'm using a knife over a club. Hearing you for a few seconds, the stream freezes. Is it like for that for everybody, or is the stream okay otherwise? Teleporter for the mollusk is Megavolt. The Megavolt. It's called the Megavolt teleporter. It's fine? Okay. Okay. There. Oh, dude, you live in Egypt. Okay, that's cool. I think you're the first person we've had in the stream from Egypt. I think. See, I gotta say, that's one of the things I've always really loved about this game. I love talking to people from all over the world. You meet a lot of really neat people in this game. Do you have Maffoid level? No, there isn't any of the big ones. It's only up to level 47. So, Camp Echidna is level 20 up to 47. Jason Center is 47 to 114. Jason Center's the teleporter for the bigger ones, and that's where I was yesterday. Live in buttfuck Egypt. Oh, okay. Because we have had people from so many different countries show up, especially for Entropia streams, because it's such an international game. And for those of you who weren't here yesterday, it's an expression. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, anyways, there's actually 4 streamers on this channel. My name is Greg. The other streamers are Steven, Christian, and Josh. Josh streams different simulation games on Thursdays. He should be back to doing that now because I think he's back from vacation. So he should be doing that this week. If any of you like simulators or driving games, things like that, he'll do that on Thursday. I play a huge variety of different games, different MMOs, shooters, things like that. And I just remembered that my blade is dead. Oh, no, I think I can get a couple of these killed. And then Steven plays a bunch of different MMOs and stuff with me. And Christian plays a couple of zombie games with me. And he plays what he can when he has time because he's in the middle of getting his master's degree in architecture. So he's a busy boy. Hunting at Fort Sisyphus. There it is. All right, let's go get some repairs done. Well, that made it so I can repair a little bit. Not bad. It wasn't big, but it was enough. Oh, look at you trying to guard. Hey. Oh, that's good. That's not bad. There it is. Okay. We're still down a bunch of peds today, but that is better than it could have been, and it makes it so I can go back out. Oh, you'll take some boxes? Oh, that would be hugely helpful. What's your full avatar name? I should probably grab some more ammo while I'm here. Actually, some more ammo for the combustive attack chip. And since I'm just pulling, I'm pulling with the combustive chip, I probably should switch to the little one now. Just so I'm spending less ammo on it. I have combustive attack chips 1 through 5, and I have all those available for rent. So if anybody wants us to get into combustive chips, I actually have these available for rent through the PCF. I have a forum post with all the stuff I have available for rent, actually. That's the same range. Okay. Thanks, Rose. Appreciate it. There you are. Place 80. Ah! Nice. Oh, that's why it's the capital N. It was the capital N that got me. Nice one, by the way. Maybe we can try over here now. I'll try up this hill a little bit. It looks like it's all little ones over here. Maybe I can just kind of wade in and start killing. There's a berry cleed. What's that little berry cleed doing there? Poor thing's gonna get scalped. Damn, that's a big fowl. Look at that son of a gun. I haven't seen a fowl that tall ever, I think. When I finish work. Okay, cool. Oh, we actually got some tier comps from that. That's kind of cool. Yeah, dude, I looted 329 Christmas boxes from Oros this year. 329 from those little blue bastards. And I haven't sold a single damn one. So that's why I've decided to start heavily discounting the price. These are all little ones, aren't they? Well, if I keep going with these guys and I'm able to keep hunting them, I might be able to get the 12,000 point mission done. Not tonight, though, but that's more of a long-term goal. Not long-term, but over the next week or two would be nice to get that done. Oh, it looks like Jag's hitting up the Proterons. Damn, he's hitting hard. Gonna have to heal. Well, looks like they're starting to drop a little bit, maybe. Be nice for a loot wave to come through. I'd like to get another 50 petter. That 50 petter definitely helped. It made it so I could definitely go back out and do another hunt and still have a decent amount of ped. Yeah, like my amp, I still have decent ped count on my amp now, which is what I was really worried about because my amp was getting near dead. And I always try and keep my amp at full, like fully repaired. Oh, Himbalest, are you still around, bud? Oh, looks like he's not there. But Himbalest, if you are there or hear this later, I actually have a lot of melee weapons available for rental via a rental shop that I have open on the Planet Calypso forum. I actually have a forum post about it. So if there's anything you want to start, like you want to try, test out before you buy your own, things like that, or if you just want to grind a specific level one and then be able to go right to the next one, I have stuff like that available. I was hoping to get another tier tick on the Firefly, but I guess that's too much to ask because we haven't exactly cycled too many peds through it tonight. I think we cycled more through it yesterday. It's going to take probably hundreds of thousands of ped to get this thing ready for tier 9. That first tier tick came only after like 1,300 ped or something, so that was actually pretty lucky. Now, loot's falling a little bit flat right now, guys. I hope one of these guys picks it up a little bit. Come on, just one of you. One of you's got to have the cookie jar. Alright, so I've got 3 skill mod enhancers left, but that shouldn't matter because I'm only 5% from maxing out anyways. I gotta kill one bigger one. I gotta get a level 47 over here. See if we can get lucky. Hopefully find a nice top soon. I know. I'd be cool with just another global, you know? Another 50 petter or something. Come on, one more big one. We're taking a chance on one more big guy. But yeah, jeez. I mean, over the past couple days, I've cycled over a couple thousand pads, so I mean, it's possible. Ugh. No, somebody got a crit in. Do you say there was one behind me? I can basically handle as many of these guys as I need to. I'm just trying to pick like 3 at a time. Just to get them away, just so I don't take a ton of armor decay. So instead of wading into a group of like 10 of them, it's a little bit nicer on the armor just to hit 2 or 3 at once. But it makes it so, if I do 3 at once, at least it makes it so I don't have to switch weapons as many times. Come on, hit me. Hit me, I'm right here. There you go. Oh, whoops, that was my bad. Man, this is brutal. Alright, we got another 3 or so minutes, and then we're going to call it. I just want to make sure I get the most out of this skill pill. Come on. Only got a few mobs left. Come on. Ugh. Well, it looks like this hunt was a bust, guys. Ugh. I might as well drain the knife. Oh! That wasn't terrible. Come on, be a loot wave. Give me a global. No, don't give me a skill boost. I can't use it. Oh, that's not fair. 150% skill boost. I can't use it. I don't have the peds left. Not fair whatsoever. Alright, I think this is going to be the last two. No, maybe I get one more. I get one more out of this. There's that combustive 5 DPS. Look at that. That's pretty damn good. I think I could farm mobs with that combustive 5. Bah. Absolute garbage. 300 ped loss today. It looks like. Looks like about 300 ped loss. At least we got to hunt a couple hours though. Oh, my armor wasn't that bad, it looks like. That's good. The smallest increment for this thing is so big. Do I want to waste that ped? I don't think I do right now. Not yet. Why wouldn't you just stop when loot sucks that bad? Doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. So all it takes is one loot for it to turn around. So you cannot just stop when loot really sucks. Because all it takes is one thing to correct it. And you never know when that's gonna come. And there's no predicting that. And that's just part of the game. And especially now with how volatile loot is during this event, that good loot could be huge. So that's where the gamble is during this event. I mean, even like the mobs that I was hitting, they're hitting for over 1,000 ped occasionally. So that's where that's coming from, is just taking that gamble during this event. And these are all the stupid Christmas boxes I gotta sell. All right, got everything repaired. What did I put in on this hunt? I started with 350 ped loose, like 350 ped that I put on my blade. And I ended with 50 but I cycled. I went back out 3 times, so I think I cycled somewhere around. I cycled like 700 ped off of my blade, and then another 300 ped I would have cycled. So I cycled about 1,000 ped today. Cycled about 1,000, lost 300, so it was only like a 70% return, I guess is the way I would put it. So, I mean, I've had worse hunts, but that was still not that great. So, but anyways, I want to thank everybody for showing up. It's really nice seeing you guys. Some of you guys that were here yesterday, really appreciate seeing you again. If you like what you saw, make sure you hit that follow button. Follows mean a lot for this channel. And it also means that you want to see me continue play this game, and drives me to make sure I do more streams on this, because I get to the point where, with a lower ped card, I got to try and figure out more entertaining things to do for smaller mobs and things like that. But I will do them as long as people like watching the stream. And I'll try to make sure I keep on streaming it. And thanks everybody for showing up. Not that bad, true. Yeah, it could have been, like I said, could have been worse. We had one global. We had a global, and we had a couple little minis in there that kept us alive, which made it so we could go out. You know, I just hunted for like 2.5 hours, so I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. We got a decent amount of good level hunting, and I got some nice leveling out of it. So it was worth it to me. Worth it for the chance of the big one. So, at any rate, have a good night, everybody. We'll see you again soon.